Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of this watertight seats build. If you didn't watch part 1, click on the link there. And now let's pick up where we left. Let's get rid of all of this. And today I'm going to start with these templates. Right, and now I need a new piece of plywood. 4mm, 4mm, 6mm have to be the one behind all of it. This is a really ugly piece of plywood. Not much better either. This is the worst piece of plywood, the worst sheet I've ever got. And this is the good side. And by now you guys are thinking that I must be crazy because I'm just wrecking a brand new sheet of plywood while I have another one there which I already started and cut to make the other panels. But put it this way, with these two leftovers I can build 2 bottom panels, and with just one sheet I can't. You guys figure it out. Okay, I went out and got this 21 by 21 spruce. Look at that, that's such a beautiful piece of spruce. No knots whatsoever. It's a shame that's going under the seat. Anyway, that is going here. And it's going to glue to this piece and that piece. 17. I'll be gluing that piece of wood here. That way, when I close this, I can put pressure on this panel and I'll be sure it won't go too much in, and it will be straight, not bowed or anything like that. I need to glue this on the seat, and I need to account for that the other plywood is gonna glue against that side, so I'm gonna put some bits of plywood there. And that would do it, but I'm going to give it 0.8 of a mil now because I'd rather have an overhang than not enough material. The pins help me position it. That's that. That's in the right position. Now I'll give it a couple hours, come back and see how hard the epoxy is. And if I can remove this, I'll turn it around and apply 3 coats of epoxy on the other side. 3 coats done, let's try them on. Very nice. I like it. Just a quick scrape the gluing area. Right, now I'm gonna let it dry for a couple hours, and then I'll start gluing the other ones. This side of the board is still tacky. I just recoated it a couple hours ago. I'm tired. Hopefully everything will be nice and straight tomorrow. If not, well, it's glued forever now, so whatever it's wonky will stay wonky. We'll take all this out in the morning, and then I'll put a nice round trim here. See how it goes from there. Ha! Nice one! We need to know now how much weight this added to the hull. $49 and 62. Okay, that's 49 and 62 makes 111 kilos. If you remember on the first weigh-in, the hull came in at 104 kilos, and we took about 4 kilos off for all the straps, fittings, the ratchet blocks. I still have a couple of fittings around and some, so I'll take 2 kilos off this time instead of 4. That makes 109. So I would estimate that this mod added 9 kilos to the hull. Obviously this is made in 6.5mm birch ply, which is a lot heavier. So I guess if you build this in lightweight plywood and 4mm instead of 6.5mm birch ply, which is a lot heavier, you probably can get this mod in 5-6 kilos, maybe. I don't know about you, but to me that is more than worth it. That's the haircut done. I could use one as well, but all the barbers are closed due to confinement. So tell you what, if this video gets 1,000 likes by the end of the week, I'll shave my head on the next video. I'll do it myself. It will look like that. I know it won't. By the way guys, this has been pre-coated with epoxy on this side already. Couple of coats and sanded. Okay, I think I didn't clean it well enough underneath. That's a lot of stuff to scrape under there. Thank God I got my favorite tool. Oh boy. Right, the seats are ready for filleting all around, but I still want to sand this down and give it one more coat of epoxy, because I can notice some weird grain on these panels and some areas absorbed a lot more than others. So another coat is in order, I think. need to remove excess epoxy from there, otherwise it's gonna get really heavy orange peel effect. And this is probably the last coat. Okay, maybe one more, but the less I have to sand later before varnishing, the better. Nice one. And that's the seats, epoxied, nice and shiny, at least until I have to sand them down before varnishing. Although I don't think I will ever sit here. I usually sit by the mid seat like this. Now this will help a lot. I don't have to go here. Yeah, that's nicer. Well, if I'm hiking, you guys know I'm usually here, so if there's not much wind, I mean really light airs, I will usually go towards the same side as the sail. That makes the boat heel over to the same side as the sail and reduces wet surface on the hull. So yeah, I will never sit here, even when running. You guys have seen on my videos that that's how I like to position myself when running. Again, not too far back. I've never felt the need to go back there. The bow has never tried to sink or anything like that. Maybe because I never sailed on a gale, but that's my experience so far. So yeah, I think best place to be when sailing the goat, if on my own, obviously, it's somewhere around the mid seat. If you get crew, you probably would be better off asking them to sit there, and maybe then we can move a bit back, I guess. But that's my opinion. If you have a different view on this, just or any tips, just leave it on the comment section below. I'm sure we can all learn with each other and maybe help other goat owners as well. So you guys must be thinking, why would I want to build these seats if I'm not going to use them that often? I mean, if I'm sailing low wind, this is a comfortable position to be in. Also, I can now try to work out a way of having a lightweight platform here, so I can sleep aboard when I go upriver in the excursions. Also, I believe the boat will have less water now after the capsize. It will be swamped, but the water should be contained between these two seats, so it should be more stable while bailing out than it was before. As the water movement is shorter, it won't come all the way to the side and then to the other side, but that's just a theory. I hope with the added flotation it doesn't float so high then it wants to bury the mast then and turtle. It didn't even hint that before when I tried to capsize it. The mast was not going under at all, even if when on its side I would sit here on top of it. I will do a capsize test as soon, well, not as soon as I launch, but as soon as the water warms up a bit. And now guys, oh, look at that. I've outgrown that during confinement. Anyway, that's all I have time for this week. Next week I will show you how I'm going to reinforce the transom, how I'm going to do the filleting on the seats, and that's it. Until then, stay safe and I'll see you next week. Nice.